Welcome back, everybody, to Hayes Tech ROM Reviews. Tonight we're going to go over a new one, just out actually. It's called Bolt OS. This is an AOSP based ROM, and it has some massive customizations in it. You guys are going to love it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking because this ROM's going to, or this review is going to be a very long review. There's a lot of features to go over in this. I did want to show you guys quickly. No, not that one. That one. I'm going to go into Nova Launcher quickly just to show you what ROM or what apps come flashed with the ROM. And Nova Launcher allows me to do that by creating subfolders within my app drawer. So what I did was I took all the apps that I installed, put them in that folder that's called Themes, and this way I can let you guys see what comes installed as flashed. And as you guys can see, it's not a lot. This is a really lean ROM, and it runs that way too. It runs like a lean ROM. As you guys can see, Super User, and it's not Super Su, but Super User is in the app drawer, so it does come with its own supplied Super User. So don't flash Chainfire Super Su with this, or you're going to end up with issues. You're gonna probably have to reflash the ROM if you do that. So all you guys have to do is flash the ROM, flash your G-apps, boot the system. It's that simple. It doesn't force encrypt. It does come with, I mean, headers, everything, man. I mean, it's just got everything in it. I am running with the supplied kernel. And again, you know, I told you guys before in the past, I like to try to run with the supplied kernel just to show you guys you know, if it's working, if it's running with it. And yes, it runs great. Battery optimization seems to be about right on par with a lot of the other ROMs out there. I haven't noticed any really crazy things as far as the kernel goes. It's actually very, very smooth. Again, it doesn't force encrypt. It is permissive by default. As you guys can see, this is Bolt OS for the Nexus 6, and it is Android version 7.1.1. And as you can see, the device maintainer or the builder is Winga Blinga, and sorry if I'm screwing that name up, but that is the builder of this ROM. It's got the February security patches in it, so it's up to date on everything. And so far, like I said, I've been running it all day. So you know, I've kind of had you know, about 12-14 hours experience with the ROM, and it's running great. I've really had no issues to speak of. Small things, but you're going to get that with any ROM. And when I say small things, I mean probably something with a Play Store and a Wi-Fi connection more than anything. As far as it goes, this thing's running great. We're going to go into the user interface. You guys can see there are 4 different items up there. You have your Bolt OS custom. Those are going to be where you go to your customizations for pretty much everything throughout the ROM. He does have performance, which is basically kernel auditor mod, or yeah, kernel auditor. It's not mod. This is the one that you guys can get. It's kind of like between the one from the Play Store and kernel auditor mod that you can get from the XDA thread. So it's kind of like in between. It's more of a custom build. It's got a lot of theming into it. It lets you do some things with the kernel. You can go through, you know, set your minimum, maximum CPUs, stuff like that, GPUs. It does come with quick charge for battery. Quickly, I just wanted you guys to see that. And I don't recommend really flashing the kernel auditor mod with it. You really can't get anything more out of it, like I normally do, just to get the screen optimizations. But this, even with the kernel auditor mod, the kernel doesn't allow for changing any of the screen colors on it. So, but to be honest with you, the screen looks pretty good, and I really don't see any need to change that. And I already talked about the root access. Make sure that you are make sure that you don't flash Super Su. It comes right with Super User installed. This is PHS Super User. It does allow you to theme it, and so on and so forth. Last but not least, in that category is going to be your themes. It does come with OMS installed. So you don't even have to install OMS, and this isn't legacy, it's the actual OMS version of Substratum. And I was playing around with themes. Themes are working good on it, but again, I'm going with this new format. I'm not theming the ROMs, so you guys can see what it looks like as flashed. At least I'm going to do it for now. I may switch back to the way I used to do things, but we'll see how it goes. So let's go right into the Bolt OS custom features. First up, of course, is going to be your status bar, battery icons, and as you guys can see, I'm actually running with no battery icons because I'm running a 3-minute mod. But if you wanted to, you could. And one of the things you're going to notice about this ROM right off the bat, let's say if I went with Big Circle, one of the features that you're going to notice, again, throughout this ROM is colors. This developer wanted a ROM that you could just go crazy if you wanted to color your status bar, or you could just go with one color if you want. If you don't want to color it, you don't have to. You can just leave it white if you want. But the options are there, and it's awesome that those options are there. We haven't had a ROM out that gives you this many custom options as far as coloring goes. As far as I can remember, clean back at the beginning of Marshmallow. Now, Resurrection Remix and Cyanide obviously give you a lot of custom features as far as coloring goes, but they don't go this far. This ROM lets you color pretty much everything in the status bar, so I just think that's kick-ass. I'm going to run with it hidden. I don't need that many. I don't need that many batteries up there. I'm very happy that at least the 3-minute mod's working. If you are a fan of the 3-minute mod, all you have to do is either go to the 3-minute mod website, install the free one from the website, the free app, or go to the Play Store and get the paid version and run the paid version. I highly recommend the paid version. You get over 1,000 different batteries to choose from. All right, let's move on. Of course, they come with the Bolt logo. You can run with it if you want. Again, it gives you the options to color it and colors. Now, the colors is basically allowing you to color the clock, the signals, your clock color, and those are going to be for your light status bar in case you're running with a light theme or anything like that. You could change that color there if you wanted to. Let me see here. Carrier labels up next. Again, you can run with your standard carrier label if you want, and you can color that, or you can throw in a custom carrier label. As you guys can see, I'm running. I basically put in Bolt OS, and of course, I'm running with a color. And normally, guys, I probably wouldn't go crazy. Well, yeah, I probably would, but you don't have to go crazy on the colors like I did in my status bar. I just really wanted you guys to see just how far you could go with this. Clock and date. Now, these are going to be your settings just to set up your clock and date. You do have your clock seconds if you want to run with them. Your alignment's going to be right, left, center. You do have your AM, PM, date style, and date format. That's there. About the only thing that this doesn't have, as far as the clock customizations go, are the clock size. You know, how you can change the DPI as far as the size of it goes. But to be honest, if I made that any bigger, I probably wouldn't have enough room up there with all the other crap that I've got going in my status bar right now. So I think it's fine just the way it is. Yeah, brightness control, notification count, basically all the other things that we normally see in Marshmallow or Nougat. Network traffic, another one. Again, he allows you to color it, which is awesome. I just love that. Now, you don't have to have it running all the time. You can have it auto hide. So if you don't have any data, coming in or going out, it'll just hide itself. And then again, that'll clean up your status bar a little bit if you don't like a lot of things showing on your status bar. I'm going to leave that on. I just like it. You have your ticker. If you guys want to run with that, there it is. Again, you can color it if you want. Just like I said, this is going to be a theme that you see throughout this ROM is all the custom colors. Weather and temperature, and as you guys can see, it's working very well. When I first set it up, the way it's set up, since this is the first group of custom settings, when you go to set this up, you're not going to see anything in your status bar right off the bat. But as soon as you get over to lock screen and you start setting up your weather, then it's going to pop up. So bear with it. And guys, this is going to be a long video. I'm just warning you again. There's a lot of features, and I want to hit every one of them. That pretty much takes care of the status bar. We're going to swipe to the right. We're going to get to the buttons. Power menu, a plethora of options to choose from. Not unlike 6ROM and some of the other awesome AOSP ROMs out there. This one also includes quite a few choices. Volume rocker controls. You know, if you guys are into your music and stuff, you pretty much have all the controls you need for that. These are the settings for that. Swipe to the right is going to bring up the navigation bar. You guys can enable the bar, disable it, obviously. Then we do have the dynamic color, which I like to run. Basically changes the color of the background of the bar, you know, according to what app you're running or whatever. And one of the other nice things I like about this, as you guys can see, it's got like a real dark or almost black color to it now. That's the way he has it themed, and I kind of like that. You know, straight out of the gate, it's got like a semi-theme to it, so I do like that. Navigation mode does come with Smart Bar, or of course Fling, which is the DU status bar. So that's cool that he does have that. For those of you that don't know, quickly I will go into Fling, let you guys see what the Fling settings are. Because I do know that some of you guys are new to watching my videos, and maybe you haven't seen some of the past, so you haven't seen any of the settings. These are the settings for Fling. If you're into that, notice all the colors. And I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to go into the navigation mode and pick the Smart Bar settings. And here are your settings for Smart Bar. You have your toggle button editor, contextual, or your context button layout, position, input methods, you know, button touch animations, all that. It's there. I kind of like the animations. Let me see. We're going to do the flip thing. They even have the transparencies. You know, it's just really cool the way it's done it. You can color them if you want. Again, like I said, it's just cool the way it is. Let's go with a dark green. We'll just stick with that one there. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and if you guys don't know how to get your split screen and stuff like that, you want to hit the toggle button editor. When you see that red circle come up with the X on it, you know you're ready to go. You just press and hold the button that you want to actually change. So I'm going to go to the recents, press and hold it. That's going to bring up a window. You're going to want to hit actions. And then, you know, decide what you want. You want single tap, double tap, or long press. I'm going to go ahead and choose the long press. I'm going to select custom action. Then I'm going to scroll down here until I see split screen right here. And now it's set up that if I long press it, I'm going to get, I'll be in split screen mode. So I can run two apps at the same time on the same screen. Now if you want that, you know, switching back and forth between two apps, you want to press and hold on that again. Hit actions. We're going to go double tap this time. Select custom action, and we're going to go to last app. And now it's all set up. And pretty much all you have to do is just click the back button, and you're good to go. You can also save that as a profile if you want. I'm not going to save it, but if you wanted to, you could. And I'm going to get rid of that. So that's pretty much it for the navbar settings. It does come with Pulse as well, which is pretty cool. I do like Pulse. Whenever I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm not in full screen, Pulse comes up. It's awesome. And of course, here are your settings. And if you go into your render mode and go to fading blocks, those are your settings for that. And that pretty much takes care of the navbar. We're going to go ahead and go to the right, and we're going to hit on animations quickly. First up in animations is going to be the app circle bar. Again, if you're not used to that, basically what that does is you turn it on, click on the included apps, pick a couple apps that you want, or all of them if you really want. But basically this is just a way to access your apps quickly. Once you're done, you click OK. That's going to save those apps for you. You can toggle your trigger width, position, height, and you're good to go. So if I was to hit that button now, you would see now I have that app circle which is pretty cool. I actually use this. I am going to shut it off though, just for the video. And then, of course, the app sidebar is basically the same thing, except you get it on, you get it in like a sidebar, as opposed to the spinning wheel. You can disable the animations. He does have scrolling cache on here. I'll let you quickly see what's under that. And then, of course, toast animations. If you guys are into that, you can turn it on. And again, you know, which is really cool. They let you, he lets you color that again. We'll go with a green, and the text color. Actually, we're going to go with a green text color, and for the toast icon, we're going to go with a blue, I think. Yeah. So, you know, again, it's like I said, it's really cool the way, you know, with all of the different custom features that are in this. That pretty much takes care of animations. We're going to go ahead and go into the lock screen now. First up is going to be your color and fonts. You can pick pick your fonts for your lock screen. I'm running with italic. Quite a few to pick from there. You guys can go with what you want on that. Again, he allows you to color certain information on your lock screen, and you guys know me. The more I can color, the happier I am. I hate white on a phone. Man, I hate white on a phone. Battery info. If you guys want to run with that, there's your battery info. And this is really cool because this is something that's different too, and I really wanted to mention this. Not only do you have the show battery info, but you have your battery temperature, your charging information, and show the advanced charging info too, which is cool. A lot of ROMs don't have that feature. I like that feature. Double tap to sleep anywhere. Lock screen torch, if you guys run with that. I kind of like that feature. The fingerprint authentication vibration, you know, that I'm pretty sure that's for the 6P. But anyways, because we don't have a fingerprint reader on the 6, but I've seen other ROMs with that in there. I just think it's part of the OS. Can't think of anything else here. Lock screen shortcut. Oh, it comes with the bottom lock screen shortcuts. I didn't see any center, you know, shortcuts anywhere. I don't really use center shortcuts, but I know some of you guys do. Maybe it'll come later, maybe not. I don't know, but I just figured I'd show you guys. We do at least have the bottom shortcuts. And last up on the lock screen is going to be weather. You can show weather, show location, timestamp. And here's another thing I wanted to show you. The condition icons. Normally you get like colored, let me see, colored V clouds and something else. I mean, look at the selection here. I'm actually running with MUI, and I'll let you guys see, or MIUI. I'll let you guys see what the lock screen looks like here real quick. So as you can see, that's what it looks like with the MIUI, you know, clouds and that. So that's another feature I think is pretty cool. Location settings, that's pretty much standard affair. You go in there, you want to pick your location, display weather. This is just another thing. This is going to be what you set up in order to get your temperature to come on. Once you set this up and it picks up your location, your temperature will show in your status bar. And basically all this is your clock, you know, your widget. So that basically all you're doing is setting that up. So then you have your hide panel. You hide your weather panel if you guys want to hide it. And that's it for the weather. And that is it for the lock screen. So we're going to swipe to the right, which brings up the notification drawer. You know, and again, we have our standard settings. You know, your brightness slider, icon, easy Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and advanced data tile toggles. Vibrate to touch if you want to use it. You do have the quick pull down feature, which is basically right, left, always, or off. And then small tile count. Now I'm running with 6. It's default at 5. You guys can drop down to 3 or 4 if you want. Basically, when you pull down one time, that's your amount of toggles that show on the first pull. Task manager, if you guys want to run with that. Here is your task manager. I don't really do it. I don't run with it. You guys can. There are the buttons for it if you want to run with it. This is just a feature I don't use, but it's pretty cool that it's in there anyways. And again, this ROM comes with custom headers. This is something I'm seeing a lot in a lot of the ROMs that are coming out now, or custom headers. And again, thank goodness they finally threw headers in here. This ROM needed, Nougat I'm talking about, needed headers so bad. And finally we have them. I didn't install any header packs because I wanted you guys to see what came as flashed. So we're going to go ahead and go into the header packs. This is what comes flashed. I'm running I think it's side. So you guys can see it's basically Omni, which again is cool. That does change. It does come with wavy, you know, your remix options, and then you have your texture, smart color, you know, nitrogen, screwed, all of that. So you guys can pick what you want with that. You can go with dynamic or static. And if you guys want to go, I think it has, no it doesn't. Oh, okay, yeah, if you go static, then you can go to, I guess it's not going to let me. Anyways, anyway, I go, oh, that's why it didn't go static. That still didn't do it. Anyways, I go dynamic anyways. I like to see the changes. Let's see here. Running service, edit icon, multi-user switch, expanded indicator, and then, of course, your center date and time. If you guys want to run with that, to run with the center date and time in your header. Now, you're going to have to shut off at least 2 of the other settings in here in order to run with that. I kind of like it off to the side the way it is. I tried it center, and it's just not my thing, so I just leave it the way it is. Next up is going to be recents. You can run with you can run immersive recents with full screen, status bar, nav bar. Again, you guys know me. I like my full screen recents, and as you guys can see, it is running with a memory bar. So good on him for that. You guys know me. I do like that memory bar. I hate the freaking search bar, but I love that memory bar. You have your clear all button, and it does come with the 6 locations, pretty much like the other ROMs do. We're going to swipe to the right. That's going to bring up the system UI. You do have the AOSP gestures. These are your gestures, basically your camera gestures and your lift to check phone. Blur personalizations. I love these settings. These are your blur personalizations. You can color them however you want. Right now, I kind of changed them a little bit, you know, just to meet my taste. You guys can go with whatever you want. You noticed how that color up on top there for the header is changing as this video goes on because I'm running in dynamic. They do have about blur. You can read that a little bit. And then you have your blur status bar background. And let me see, status bar, the quick settings, and your recent apps. So here are all your settings for that, and I can tell you guys everything's working good as far as blur goes. That is another feature I really like. Your battery charging light is going to be here, and then next up is going to be your notification lights. If you guys want to add extra ones, I've shown you in the past how to do it. You just basically hit the add button, pick an app, and then pick the color. You know, if you want to change the color, I kind of like it just flashing green for everything. I don't need to differentiate between what's up. So, but you guys can do it if you want. That's what the settings are there for. Heads up notifications if you guys want to run with that. I don't. I usually have mine off, but all you have to do is turn them on. There are your settings for that. Now, bolt wallpapers. Now, the wallpaper I'm running right now that you saw in the beginning of the video, that's not what comes flashed. It comes with more of a nougat-like look, stock-looking wallpaper. But the nice thing about this ROM, again, you guys heard me preach about this in the past. I love ROMs that come with custom wallpapers, and this one does. So as you guys can see, I'm going to scroll down, let you guys see what it all comes with. I see a lot of CyanogenMod. I see a lot of OmniROM. I think there's some Resurrection on down in here somewhere. Yeah, there's some Resurrections. You know, Resurrection Remix. And then all the way at the bottom, that's a nice one. I like those. I like those ones too. And then of course, all the way at the bottom is the Bolt OS, and that's what I'm going with. Basically, all you do is pick it. Say whether you want just a home screen, lock screen, or both. We're going to go with both. It's going to set it. We're going to say save, and it's setting the wallpaper. And it's really that easy, guys. Power notifications control, I'm not even going to go over that. You guys know what that is. You do have an alarm blocker. I don't recommend you mess with that unless you know what you're doing, but it's there if you want. Flashlight notification, launch music app. You do have wake lock blockers. Again, guys, if you don't know what that is, stay out of it. You can really screw things up. You're going to miss calls, texts, emails, messages, all of that. But if you do, it's there. Go to town. Do not disturb, vibrate on answer, and vibrate on hang up is pretty much it. And that's it for the custom settings for Bolt OS. That's a lot of settings. As normal, we're going to hit display quickly and run down what's in the display settings. Pretty much standard affair here. I don't see anything really that stands out. It does give you the screenshot type in the display settings. You can take full screens, or you can crop them if you want, have them set that way. I've said in the past I like taking my full screen and just crop it later. And I do like the fact that it has the 3-fingered screenshot. Basically, you just take 3 fingers, drag it down, and it takes a screenshot. So I like that. That's a feature I use all the time. It does give you your columns and your in both portrait and landscape. As far as your settings go, I like to run 1. You can go 2 if you want, or more. Next up is going to be your layout. Basically, conditions, dashboard, suggestions, summaries. Your settings drawer. I like them all on except for the suggestions. Those suggestions get old. It was really cool when Nougat first came out, but I know that I should have a swipe. Instead of swipe, I should have a pin set. I don't need them telling me that, so I usually shut them off. You guys don't have to. And then last but not least, at the bottom is going to be your wake up options. Wake on charge, prevent accidental wake up, tap to wake, and I did want to say, if I missed it, it does have the adaptive brightness, and ambient is all the way at the top. And of course, if you guys want to see it, those are your advanced doze settings. Next up is going to be sound. Those are your sound settings. Nothing out of the ordinary on this that I could see. These are your other sound settings. And again, I have these turned off only because I'm doing a video. I don't want any texts or anything, phone calls ringing through, so I have that all turned off. About the only thing I don't see on here that would be really cool would be the link notification and ringtone switch, where you could link them or unlink them. But again, that's not a deal breaker for me. I've run ROMs in the past like this. It's fine. And I think that's more of a CyanogenMod mod or a Lineage OS type deal. And this is purely AOSP, guys. I'll hit the security and one more after that. These are your security settings. As you guys can see, I am not encrypted. I did not flash the FED patch, which is forced encryption or forced encryption disabler. I did not flash that. All I did was flash the ROM and flash the gaps. Now, I did flash the TBO clear GApps. I also flashed their theme ready, just because I like the look of that. You don't have to. You can just flash open gaps, whatever you want. I highly recommend micro and be done with it. Make sure you have your unknown sources ticked on, and that is about it. You have your screen pinning all the way at the bottom. Last thing I usually go over is going to be the developer options. Again, this ROM comes with Restart System UI, which I love. By the way, the 3-minute mod is running without having to hit that Restart System UI. I know we had an issue with that in Marshmallow. That issue is not inherent or showing at all in this ROM, or so far. So you don't have to hit that to get your battery icon to show. As soon as you install that from the Play Store, it immediately puts on your last saved battery. The only other thing I noticed in here that I use to change is under drawing. As far as Windows animation, your transition and your animator duration scales, they come set at 1. I usually like to run 0.5. You don't have to. I didn't see any lag or anything. This is the Nexus 6, guys. This thing's got a lot of power. It's not like it's going to bog the device down or anything. I just kind of like running it at 0.5. It just seems to be a lot smoother for me. I don't need all them animations. But again, guys, you can do what you want with that. And that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Well, guys, that's Bolt OS. This is a brand new ROM. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video. Like I said, it's not actually out yet. Of course, when you see this, it will be. So, I've run it for, I'm going to have to say, about 12 hours now. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. It's running smooth. I think I had I had one issue with it, and that was installing an app. I had an issue where it didn't want to install it. And I really don't even think that's a ROM issue. I've seen other ROMs do that. I think it's more of an app issue. This was not from the Play Store. It was an app that I had from APK Mirror. So you can't really blame the ROM for that. I really don't have any negatives to say about it. I have nothing but positives. You guys know me and my custom features. I freaking love ROMs with features like this. So yeah, I say this is a good one, and I say you guys should try it. You're gonna like it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I want to thank all of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. You're the reason why I keep doing these videos. And I will see you guys on the next one.